The closest sun-like star to Earth may be hiding a planet, not around some distant system hundreds of light years away. Right next door, just 4 light years from us, Alpha Centauri has always felt like the obvious place to look for another world. It is the nearest stellar system to our own sun, and inside it sits Alpha Centauri A, the closest star that really feels like a solar twin. For years, that made one question almost impossible to ignore. If a nearby sun-like star has a planet, could we actually find it? Now, Webb may have finally given astronomers their strongest answer yet, and the answer is not a small, rocky Earth. It is something much bigger. NASA says Webb has found strong evidence for a gas giant orbiting Alpha Centauri A. If that holds up, it would be the closest planet to Earth known to orbit in the habitable zone of a sun-like star. That does not mean the planet itself is habitable. It probably is not. Researchers think it could be a giant world about the mass of Saturn, moving around its star at roughly 1 to 2 times the distance between the Earth and the Sun. So, why is that such a big deal? Because Alpha Centauri is not just close. It is difficult, really difficult. The system contains multiple stars. Alpha Centauri A and Alpha Centauri B are both bright, sun-like, and close together in the sky. Their glare is brutal, their motion is fast, and trying to see a faint planet beside them is like trying to spot a spark next to a floodlight. That is why this was such a serious test for Webb. Astronomers used Webb's mid-infrared instrument and placed a coronagraphic mask over Alpha Centauri A to block as much of the star's glare as possible. Even then, light from the telescope optics and from nearby Alpha Centauri B still flooded the image with ripples and false structure. So, the team had to do something harder than just take a picture. They had to subtract the known light patterns, run detailed modeling, compare multiple observations, and ask the question over and over, is this a real planet or just noise? What they found was a faint source more than 10,000 times dimmer than Alpha Centauri A, separated from the star by about twice the distance between the Sun and Earth. That alone is exciting. But the deeper reason this matters is what comes next. If the object is confirmed, it would become one of the most important planets in exoplanet science almost immediately. Not because it is the biggest, not because it is the strangest, but because it is close. Close enough to become a benchmark. Close enough for Webb and future observatories to keep studying. Close enough that the nearest sun-like star may finally stop being just a target and start becoming a planetary system we can actually explore in detail. And there is one more reason this feels big. Of all the directly imaged planets ever found, this one would be the closest to its star seen so far. NASA also says it would be among the most similar in age and temperature to the giant planets in our own solar system. So, this is not just another exoplanet candidate. It is a possible giant world around the nearest sun-like star in the sky. A planet right next door. And if Webb really found it, then one of the oldest dreams in astronomy just moved a lot closer to reality.